The bottom line is that public schools in New York City do not provide their students with the proper nutrition they need to perform to the best of their abilities throughout the school day. Some of these processed foods your children are familiar with eating every day include pizza, chicken nuggets, burritos, and hamburgers. As appealing as they sound, an excessive amount of these dishes are high in preservatives, fats, and sodium as a result of being packaged and frozen for long periods of time. With only 1 to 2 options for fruits and vegetables provided, students have no choice but to consume items that do not provide the essential nutrients needed for them to strive academically, physically, emotionally, and mentally. Based on the article Poverty and School Lunch in New York City, Caleb Rowe states that according to the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, the average 13-year-old needs between 1,600 to 2,200 calories per day. This school lunch contains about half of that in just one meal. It only contains an overwhelming amount of fat, coming in at a whopping 44 grams, with 7.5 of those grams coming from artery clogging saturated fats. The 93 grams of carbs and 1,095 milligrams of sodium also contribute to a way higher amount than they should. All of the underlying and harmful ingredients proven to be within school lunches by the statistic might explain why your children are experiencing a lack of focus, self-control, aggression, sleepiness, and possibly symptoms of chronic illnesses such as high blood pressure. But the main question that remains is why? Why do the higher-ups insist on feeding these mediocre meals to your children? Well, the answer is because these mediocre meals tend to be the most affordable, convenient, and easy to package and store. According to Cafeteria Food in the U.S. is the worst possible lunch, Angela Herman reveals that each school only gets about $1.30 to feed each child, that doesn't only cover the cost of the food. It also covers the cost of labor, equipment, and electricity. So it comes as no surprise that they can only opt for low-quality foods as opposed to fresh produce, quality proteins, and whole grains. Because of the low budgets, rolled back standards, and forced ingredients with longer shelf lives, school cafeterias often opt for processed foods that are high in preservatives. Are you feeling hopeless yet? Don't. One of the most beneficial and cheap solutions to this nationwide problem is to advocate for more schools to grow their own gardens. By doing this, schools promote healthy eating habits, teach their children lifelong survival skills, and different alternatives to nourishing their bodies, but also create a more productive and hands-on learning environment. There are a multitude of ways to bettering our health system for future generations, and it all starts with speaking up and spreading awareness within your community. So join me in providing students across NYC with the opportunity to get the best wellness care